Stay in front of here.
Meine solution.
Just put the microphone behind.
When then it makes no sense.
Yes, because it's to get the action like
Just for the fighting.
but it should stay in the middle. UIPM.
You want to broadcast it proper, so you need a proper sound.
Yes,
Really, and you can't hide if it's behind some channels or stuff.
okay, so it's better to put the UIPM in the middle and bring the microphone a little bit to the side.
We make a compromise. We make it
Yeah.
and this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, just a little bit behind.
Not more.
Yeah.
Okay? Kompromiss gemacht. Beides Mitte ist sitzen, aber beides sehr gut.
Ja, ne? Das ist auch. Dann seid ihr ein Pärchen.
Ja, komplett. Das muss man wirklich
Hast du weiter? Sag mal. Heute aufgefallen?
Wer mich erstmal wach gemacht hat, der mit.
Hä, weil ich wach war. 3 war ich mal wach. Kurz nach Kampf.
athletes so far. They started this morning off swimming and they've done a round robin fencing.
Absolut. Tag 7 der Herrenvertrag los. Der heißt Saison wirklich überfreudig auf diesen letzten, auf den finalen Tag. Es ist heute beim Mixed Relay bei der Mixstaffel angelangt. Die Athleten sind schon durch die Tour gegangen, 200 Meter.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to day 7, the final day of the Senior World Championships here in Berlin. We are halfway through today's mixed relay. We started the day off with the 2x100 meter swim relay. And the athletes have come now directly from the round robin fencing competition. And you join us just ahead of the bonus round. Chance for athletes to add to the points that they've already accrued throughout the first 2 events. And here are the overall standings from the swim that we started with and the fence that we've just completed. Russia out on top, 11 points. Advantage over Korea. Germany, can they win another medal today, in 3rd at the moment? Great Britain down in 14th, not been a brilliant games for them. But as we see with pentathlon, it's definitely not over until it's over. And there our newly crowned world champion, Lena Schoeneborn, taking a spectator's role today. But our fencers looking ready for the bonus round. 20 teams in total competing today. And the bonus round's a little bit different in a relay. I'll explain as we go along. But the girls only fence the girls and the boys only fence the boys. And we still have the same knockout system that we move up the ladder. So we'll start with teams ranked 20th and 19th. They will fence each other, and the winner of that fight will stay on the piste. And the next highest ranked team, so the team in 80th, will come on for that fight. And we work our way up until we get to the highest ranked team, who will fence off against the team that has won the last fight. And now the scores for this and the way the teams are ranked is purely from the fencing earlier today. It has nothing to do with the swim. The swim scores are not added up just yet to go with the fence. All of the 3 scores will be put together after this: the swimming relay, the round robin fencing, and this fencing bonus round. It's another hot day here in Berlin and Olympic Park. And a real challenge for the athletes to remain cool enough and hydrated. Hydration being vital in these conditions. I think a few of us would wish we could be underneath that hose, but it is to make the sand for the riding course a little damper. Well, I know that when it comes to the run, I think the athletes could quite enjoy that sprinkler on them. Or even already now, sitting in your fencing kit. It's rather warm out there. The Irish team had a very good swim to start themselves off for the day. Not so strong in the fencing, so a bit of work to do and see if they can get some extra points in this bonus round. And I think we are ready to introduce our first 2 teams onto the piste. And ranked 19th after this morning's round, it is the Australian duo of Chloe Esposito and Ed Vernon. And in 20th ranked, it is the Guatemalan pair. Andreas Papadopoulou and Jemina Diguez. So the girls will start us off. Esposito against Diguez. One hit to decide this pair. Only 30 seconds in the relay. We saw in the individual round robin bonus round, it was 45 seconds allowed per athlete. And in the morning's round, it's 1 minute. So, well, Chloe Esposito of Australia didn't need very long at all, scoring her hit within a few minutes. Well, Australia didn't have a great start today. Only 12 victories, 26 defeats. So an extra victory will add confidence and could potentially add points. But it will depend on the men, as there are 2 fights to decide the winning team in the mixed relay bonus round. So now Fernan for Australia on the right, Papadopoulou for Guatemala on the left. Australia with the one-hit advantage. Papadopoulou needs to get a victory now, and he does. And that means 1-1, and the fencers on the piste will then fight for a further 30 seconds to decide who takes the overall victory. 1-1. This the decider. And if we run out of time now, the higher ranked team will have advantage, and that is Australia. So we'll expect to see Guatemala attacking from the left any second now, because time is ticking and running out. And 3 seconds left on the clock. Papadopoulou saved it to the end. He made his move, and that was the move that counted. So 2-1 to Guatemala. Guatemala stay on. And Australia make way for the next team of Hungary. Tamara Alexiev won a medal in the team yesterday, but didn't actually make it into the final, so she'll be well rested. It was her score from the semi-final that counted. So the men stay on. Bent Arangozo of Hungary. Against Andreas Papadopoulou of Guatemala. So Hungary ranked a little bit higher, got 1 more victory than Guatemala in the round robin this morning. And that was a scrappy fight, but the referee approves it. And Arangozo has the victory. Well, the women fencing second in this round, and that does mean that they will decide the victors. You can see how scrappy that was. Comes down to luck when you get in that close. It's just a matter of who can get their point onto the other person's body the quickest. It's about as much skill as it involves at that level, but it's often a tricky one to win. So the girls are next up. Tamara Alexiev for Hungary on the right. Jemina Diguez of Guatemala on the left. She has to get this next hit, but Alexiev in very quickly there, going for a foot hit, just warning Diguez that I'm on the attack. And Alexiev knows she's got the advantage as well. That 1 victory from the men's round. Oh, I think Diguez thought she got it, just a double though. Only 9 seconds left. Dige's now really starting to make the move. She was panicking a little bit under the clock. And Alexiev kept her cool, saw the Guatemalan coming. And that's 2 victories to Hungary. So Guatemala leave the piste. But they're replaced with another one of the Americas. It is for Cuba, Ladies Laura Moya and Shohei Iwamoto. Both of these athletes made it into the final, so this will be their 3rd day of competing in this heat. And it was really tough conditions in the final yesterday for the women and the day before for the men. The women will start this off. So as you can see, it's a pattern we rotate, and actually it could end up to your advantage or disadvantage as to whether you have your man or woman fencing first. You want to have your stronger fencer last. And Alexiev winning another victory for Hungary. You want to have your stronger fencer last purely because that can be the decider. If you end up drawing 1-1 after the first 2 fights, it then comes down to the remaining pair on the piste to fight off for that deciding round. So now the pressure on Papadopoulou. Sorry, no, Guatemala have left us. The pressure on Figueroa. So Rangozzo has the 1-hit advantage after his teammate Alexiev scored that victory over Cuba. Well, easy for Harangozzo of Hungary. He made that look effortless. So that's 2 victories in a row for Hungary. Sadly, none for Cuba. Nice direct flesh by the Hungarian. Next up, Japan, Caruso Narumi and Iwamoto Shohei. And you can see Harangozzo of Hungary staying on the piste after his fight, so he'll be waiting for Iwamoto to get ready for this round. Japan versus Hungary. Japan won 14 victories earlier on, Hungary only 13. That was in the round robin defense earlier this morning. And Iwamoto for Japan has the victory. And it comes down to the women. Alexiev, a very strong fencer from Hungary. She is up next against Caruso of Japan. Japan with the 1-hit advantage. Alexiev needs to score 2 victories in order to keep Hungary in the game. Caruso only needs 1 in order for her team to stay on the piste, and she's making the attack. But no hit scored. A French grip for Caruso on the left. She's got a little bit of length advantage, but not the strength that you'll have for parrying that Alexiev will have with that pistol grip that she's using, the more traditional of the fencing grips. Well, the more common of the fencing grips, at least. Alexiev going in with the octave lunge.
5. Double Dutch at 4 seconds.
Caruso trying the flesh attack. Attacks coming from either side to these two girls. They know the pressure. They've seen the clock with just 4 seconds. And I think we're going to have an action for every second at this rate. Well, the judge very slow to stop the clock there. But the time had run out. And Japan already had the one-hit advantage. So sadly, Hungary have to leave after that round. And Japan stay purely due to the advantage they had got from the earlier fight. Iwamatu won over Hirongozu of Hungary. Next, a mixture in this team, the team of Egypt. Mixture of experience. Starting us off will be Heidi Morsi, only 15 years of age. She's teamed up with Amra El Jaziri, last year's silver medalist at the World Championships, current world number 1. Heidi Morsi made it into the women's final, and at the age of 15, competing 3 days out of 4 at a senior level competition in this heat. Yes, she is from Egypt, but still, it's really draining on the athletes. Caruso versus Morsi. Morsi making the initial attack. A double hit again. The time is so tight when it comes to these relays, just 30 seconds per hit. You think the athletes are used to a minute in the round robin earlier rounds. Oh, Caruso, this time her attack paid off. That flesh attack, scoring the hit. For Japan, giving them another one-hit advantage. And a direct flesh onto the body, hitting Morsi right in the middle of the chest. So that's put the pressure on Al Jaziri of Egypt on our right-hand side. Iwamatu of Japan on the left with the one-hit advantage. Al Jaziri will have to make his move soon. And he did, but he just didn't really commit to it. Not the usual style of fencing we would see from Al Jaziri. But another victory to Japan, and they stay to fight another round. Al Jaziri just caught on the way in on that attack. Caught on the arm. So that is 2 victories for Japan in a row, beating Cuba and Egypt. Can Great Britain get in the way of their third? It's a team of Kate French and Tom Toulis. Both of these athletes will be well rested up. They just missed out on the final. Kate French missing out by just 2 seconds. So frustrating. So Iwamatu on a roll, having won his last 2 fights. And Iwamatu's still on that roll. Another victory. These Japanese seem to be a bit unstoppable all of a sudden. If you think they scored only 14 victories in the round robin, whereas Great Britain scored 17, so you would think the favourite team. Well, it's going to be up to Kate French. She can do anything here. She has to get 2 victories in a row in order to knock Japan off. Now, Kate French will be aware of the clock. She'll be aware that Japan have a one-hit advantage, and here she goes. She's starting to put the pressure on Caruso. But she can't wait too much longer, and Caruso will know she's going to come. 5 seconds left. French has got to do something pretty quickly, and she did just in time. Well, that isn't enough to seal it. That's just brought us to a 1-all draw. And we are level again now. French actually with the advantage. Great Britain being the higher ranked team. If we run out of time, Britain will take the victory. So suddenly the tables have turned for Caruso, and she might have to start making the attack. But French putting the pressure on. And Caruso feeling that pressure. And French making the attack again. Very tidy indeed. And 2 victories in a row to get Great Britain out of the trouble and winning their first fight of the bonus round. Really nice and tidy for Kate, just catching Caruso on the arm. Well, Kate will be staying on the piece now for a 3rd fight in a row. She got the momentum after those last 2 victories. She is getting ready to face Maria Teza of the French pair. Valentin Belot making up the other half. A little bit of shade on the piece still at this time of day. Athletes will be glad of that, I'm sure. I'm certainly glad of a bit of shade in the commentary position. Well, this time French won't have the advantage. Starting, but look at that, in very quickly. French are not hanging about today. 3 victories in a row. She seems to be in a very business-like mode. But the pressure will be on Tulis. There she goes, took the parry and caught Ateza on the mask as Ateza was recovering from that attack. Well, Tulis now just needs this 1 victory against Belot. If Belot wins this fight, we'll go to the tiebreak. Great Britain with the 1-hit advantage. And Belot knows he needs to make a move, and he's trying that very early on. And just trying his luck there with the referee, saying, I think this is where we were on the piece before I made my attack, but the referee is putting him back into the position where the attack initiated from. And Tulis, no, that must have been a hit on the floor or the sign, because the referee did not allow that hit. If we saw the replay, we'd see that. But just Belot is going to make a move soon. He's getting ready. And the time ran out. So Great Britain have the 1-hit advantage, but France had the advantage of being the higher ranked. So that is what the confusion is all about amongst the athletes. Belot, I think, thought he had the advantage, and hence why he didn't attack sooner. Well, a little disappointing for the French. They were playing it with the tactics, but they didn't know the exact rules. So even though they have advantage, if the lower ranked team have 1 hit, the 1-hit advantage is stronger than the advantage from the ranking. I hope that makes sense to you. It obviously didn't to the French team. I'm sure the congratulatory messages will be pouring in for the newly crowned world champion. Enjoying a bit of sunshine today. A little bit more than she was yesterday, I'm sure, whilst competing. Slight more breeze today. Well, Tom Tulis remains on the piste. And he has a new opponent in Justinas Kinderis of Lithuania, the 2013 world champion. And the current world champion mixed relay team, the pair Kinderis and Adaskaitis, not had a great start to try and repeat their performance from last year in Poland. But they are strong in the combine, and Kinderis just catching Tulis. So Lithuania have the one-hit advantage. The pressure on French. She hasn't yet lost a hit up on this bonus round piste. Can she maintain that momentum and score 2 hits against the Olympic champion? It is 2 hits now that Great Britain need in order to win this round. A lot of movement and footwork from Adaskaitis. She's one of the smaller athletes, but she's very quick, not just on the running course, but also on the fencing piste. And Kate risked making the same move a couple of times in a row, and she got the hit. Adaskaitis didn't change her tactics, so now we are 1-1, and this hit will decide the winner of Lithuania against Great Britain. And don't forget, the time will be ticking, and that is in Lithuania's advantage, purely because they are ranked higher than Great Britain. But Adaskaitis made the flesh attack. The referee not allowing that hit by French. French has got to make a move. And Kate does it again. Great fencing for Kate French. 2 victories in a row there. She's got 5 victories on her individual fights. But Great Britain have beaten 2 teams, so they've won 2 victories overall. On Tulis, we saw enjoying the bonus round at the World Cup in Rome. Seems like he's enjoying it again here today. And French are now getting ready to fence Natalia Coyle of Ireland. The Irish duo down in 11th in the fencing, but won the swim due to some points being deducted from the Russian team. Something to do with moving on the start block. But French, well, she seems unstoppable this morning. Can Tulis keep it going for Great Britain and give French the opportunity to fence again? So the pressure on Lanigan O'Keefe now. Britain with the 1-hit advantage. Ireland have really dominated during the season in the World Cups mixed relay, and it's the same duo, Lanigan O'Keefe and Coyle, who've won 3 silver medals this season. And the one they'll want is the World Championship medal, and preferably the gold at that. Well, both of these fencers will have trained together plenty of times in the past and competed against each other, but Tulis knocks Ireland off the piste. quite literally. No victories for Ireland in the bonus round. And another victory for Great Britain. 3 in a row now. And a tricky team coming up next. It is the team of Ukraine. Starting us off, one of the best fencers in the men's field. And, well, the newly crowned world champion from just 2 days ago. Not much more to say for an introduction to Pavlo Tymoshenko. Well, Tymoshenko get the one-hit advantage. Tymoshenko, one of the best fencers in the pentathlon circuit. Not really a surprise, that victory, but there's still chance for French to bring it back again. She needs 2 victories against Anastasia Spaz in order to give Great Britain another opportunity on this bonus round. Every victory overall, they get another point to add to their score, and every point equals a second when we come down to the combined. So Britain against Spaz of Ukraine. Well, it looks as though the graphics have got a little bit confused because it is 1 hit each. 1 for Great Britain and 1 for Ukraine. But it now comes down to this final hit, irrelevant of who has scored which of those 2 hits earlier. Now we've caught up, 1 hit each. They're getting there. Well, look at this. This is incredible. Great Britain have now knocked off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams in a row. Incredible. I expect they're wishing they had done this earlier in the round robin fencing, because there every hit is worth several more points than just the one you get for a victory in this round robin. But Ukraine, having scored 20 victories earlier on and Great Britain only 17, ranked in 8th, Great Britain ranked in 14th. The victory for Great Britain was not expected. But the British duo are not letting the odds against them put them off their stride. Kate French staying on. She has won every hit on this bonus piece so far. She's now got Francesca Tognetti of Italy trying to ruin that run for French. And this girl is unstoppable. What brilliant fencing by Kate French of Great Britain. She had a really good fence in the semi-final as well, and just went a little bit wrong for her on the combines. A couple of her shoots, and she saw herself missing out on the final by an agonising 2-second margin. I mean, that is just absolutely nothing. Well, Toulis has been given the one-hit advantage by French's teammate. French will be hoping that Toulis can wrap it up for Great Britain, and she'll be back on the piste for another round. So Grasselli of Italy now 1 hit down, has to win this victory. And he does. So the pressure on both of these athletes now. It is an equal score of 1 each, Italy against Great Britain, but only 30 seconds And Tulis will need to be aware of that. But it doesn't matter at all. The flesh attack by Gracili was well defended by Tulis. And Great Britain are just seemingly unstoppable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 victories in a row for Great Britain. We have never seen so many victories in a row in the relay. Tulis, I think, got 5 or 6 in one of his World Cups when he was flying on the bonus round. But never in the relay have we seen a team get this many points. So they've added 6 points to their earlier score of 190. And that's actually moved them up into equal 11th from 14th. Well, now Great Britain down in 14th before the fence, are fencing the team ranked 8th from the United States. Nathan Scrimshaw starting it off against Tulis. The US team scored 3 more victories than the Great British team earlier in the round robin. Well, USA have now got the advantage. Tulis couldn't quite keep up his good form, so he's handing it over to French in the hope that she can maintain her unstoppable victories that she has just been racking up on this bonus round. So we're into the top 8 with the USA team after their 20 victories. Great Britain were down in 14th after their 7 victories. But now the US have that advantage from the men's fight. The women will decide it. Kate French has not lost a single hit on this showpiece. The referee just calling halt, something he wasn't happy with. Clock will have stopped. You can see by the referee's face how hot it is. 25 seconds left on the clock. Only 5 seconds used up. Not quite sure why they were halted, but they are ready to resume the fight with Isaacson, the one-hit advantage for the USA on the left. Almost a bit of grappling going on the piece here between Isaacson and French. You can see the distance quite close. Referee just asking French to step back slightly. And French made the initial move but didn't quite finish it off. And Isaacson used that timing to come in with her attack. A victory to the USA, and Great Britain leave, but it was an incredible 6 victories in a row for Great Britain. Incredible performance in this bonus round. Never before have we seen so many victories in a relay. And friendly smiles for both women, even though only one team can win. Isaacson will remain on the piece for USA. She'll have Prokopenko of Belarus as her next opponent. Belarus slightly higher ranked, 21 victories from their earlier round, 214 points. USA on 208 points. The USA have already added 1 point to that after their victory over Great Britain. Isaacson making all the moves, and scoring all the hits so far as well. Another victory for the American duo. But Nathan Scrimshaw will need Just one more victory now in order for the USA to move on up this ladder. Pavel Tianov for Belarus against Nathan Scrimshire of the USA. Tianov with the attack. It's just brought us to a draw, one each. And now, this next 30 seconds will decide which team remains on the piste. Well, Tianov, 2 victories in a row to give Belarus the victory overall. So USA couldn't make it 2. They settled for just a 1 extra point they gained. Belarus have now 1 extra point to add to their score as they get ready to face the team of Czech Republic, Jan Kuff and Natalie Dieneva. The boys will start this off. Tianov staying on the piste. And Kuff, the first of the duo for the Czech Republic. Boys starting us off. See which team will have the advantage as we hand over to the women. No hits scored there, but the referee calling halt as they become too close to be able to continue to fight. And the attack from Tianov, but well defended by Kuff to get the victory for the Czech Republic. And there goes the attack from Tianov. But it looked as though Kuff of Czech Republic just got the stop hit on and saw that attack coming from Tianov. So the Czech with the 1-hit advantage. Natalie Dienova against Anastasia Prokopenko. There's no pressure on Dienova here. She's got the time advantage with that 1 hit, but she'll need to be ready for an attack like that from Prokopenko. Prokopenko likes to flesh. That is basically the explosive running movement you see there. Not as explosive that time, but effective nonetheless. And Prokopenko has just brought it to a draw between the Czech Republic and Belarus. So suddenly the tables have turned and it is 1-1. Czech Republic with the advantage. If we run out of time, they will take the victory. So we can expect to see an attack from Prokopenko anytime soon. Although Dienova trying to initiate things there from the left. But it isn't any good for the Czech Republic. Anastasia starting from a 1-hit down, getting 2 victories to give Belarus the overall win against the Czech Republic. Two victories in a row for Prokopenko. And she'll remain on the piste to see if she can make it 3 in a row as she faces Octavia Nowaska from the Polish team. The Polish team, such a successful championships already. Nowaska herself winning a bronze medal in the women's relay and a gold in the team event yesterday. Her teammate Stachkiewicz also winning a relay medal in the men's event. Oh, Prokopenko does make it 3 victories in a row. She is fired up by this bonus round. Nowaska keeping her mask on, whether that's for shade or she's hoping to get a chance to fight again. But she'll be relying on Stachkiewicz, her teammate, to get 2 victories in a row in order for Poland to stay in the game. Teeing off of Belarus on the right against Stachkiewicz. Poland on the left. Well, Stachkiewicz has made it a draw. Good bit of team camaraderie between the Polish pair. And Stachkiewicz looks like he's back and ready for more. Now suddenly, it is Poland with the advantage. 1-1 on the scoreboard, but Poland are ranked higher. They have the advantage if it goes to time. So Tianov will want to attack, and he does, but not successfully. Stachkiewicz, 2 victories in a row. And that means Poland stay on the piste and win an extra point to add to their fencing score from earlier. And that's actually quite crucial because fencing was really tight this morning, and there's actually 4 teams tied for second place with 23 victories, Poland being one of them. So if they can add a few more points, they could find themselves edging ahead of those teams they're tied with at the moment. Now Poland's next opponent, the team of China, Chen Qian and Guo Jianli. Guo Jianli will be starting it off against Stachkiewicz. Just 30 seconds per fight. It's really, really short. And if any fencers are watching this, they will know exactly how short that is, because you have 3 minutes for 5 hits in the pool rounds of fencing. Well, Stachkiewicz, a very accomplished fencer indeed, and showing that on the piece there with another victory for Poland. And he's going to hope that Octavia Nowaska can score this first victory. If she scores this victory, that is the win for Poland. However, if Chen Qian, our silver medalist from yesterday, scores the first victory, we'll go to the tie. Referee asking the athletes just to come to the middle of the piece. Now, you often find when you're fencing a left-hander that the fencers will move across to the outside, and Nowaska doing that again now, moving over to her left-hand side of the piece. She's very tall in comparison to Chen. Probably the 2 extremes, but Nowaska winning the hit for Poland and making it easy for them. 2 victories in a row. China not getting a look in. So that's an extra 2 points to add to Poland's score. China not adding anything. So no longer equal second. 226 points both teams had before. Potential to add another one as they get ready to face Korea. Recognize that wacky glove from Hwang Woo-jin of Korea, making a statement with his fencing hand. Well, the women start us off again. Yang Soo-jin of Korea against Octavia Nowaska of Poland. Nowaska, that left-handed, very tall, long, and skilled at fencing as well. Yang for Korea. Very different style of fencing. Nowaska on the attack, really pushing Yang to the back of the piece. And Nowaska seems determined. She won that victory. It's a great bit of form for Nowaska of Poland. And Jackiewicz also on good form, so it's looking good for the Polish team at the moment. Oh, what a lovely arty shot that is. A view through the mask. That is how the athletes will see their opponent. Jackiewicz with the one-hit advantage against Hwang of Korea. But a very nicely timed attack indeed by Hwang. I'd love to watch that on the replay because that was all about the timing. Well, now the pressure is back onto Jackiewicz as it's 1-1. Only 30 seconds on the clock. And if we end up running out of time, Korea, even though both teams scored the same, Korea are ranked above Poland and would have the advantage. So it is all about this last hit here between Poland and Korea. Hwang might be aware that if he takes his time, he's got the advantage, but he won't be thinking about that until we get towards the end of the 30 seconds. Jackiewicz wants to see if he can learn from that defeat he just had against Hwang and turn things around for Poland. And he does! Another nicely timed attack. That was 1-1 between the two of them, but actually 2-1 to Poland, giving them the overall victory over Korea. 3 victories now in a row. 3 points to add to the fence score for Poland. And they're moving up. They were equal second with 4 teams, and they have already added 3 extra points. The only team left on the same score is that this pair here for Russia, Anna Buryak and Maxim Kustov. Anna Buryak of Russia joined the Russian team, having competed for Ukraine. A lot of athletes, not just in pentathlon, seeing move from the war-stricken Ukraine and opting to train and compete for Russia. And Kustov on the left for Russia. Jackiewicz on the left for Poland, and Kustov on the right for Russia. Jackiewicz not hanging about at all. He thought he'd got that victory as well, but a stop hit by Kustov, just hitting his target at the same time as Jackiewicz, and a double hit. Doesn't mean anything in pentathlon fencing. In usual fencing, you'd both score 1 hit each, but this is the first 2-1 hit. Well, another attack from Jackiewicz, not put off by the double the first time round. And another victory for Poland. So again, Poland with the one-hit advantage. Navaska this time has to do the job, as she's the last of the pair to fence in this round. Navaska of Poland on the left with the one victory already from her teammates Jackiewicz. And Burdiak of Russia on the right, starting on 0. Wow, Poland's on flying form. And they've just knocked Russia off. And you can see this means a lot to the Polish duo. 4 wins in a row. Many more victories than that, but 4 actual wins over their opponents overall. Poland already had the advantage, and that extra hit just finished it off. So Poland have suddenly moved right up, and they are in the final fight. They've added 4 points to their score, so they're already on 230 for their fencing. 2 points behind Germany at the moment, but can Germany win the bonus round? We've seen them perform well in front of the home crowd. World champion crowned yesterday, Lena Schöneborn, gave a delightful performance for all the home supporters. And the week started off with the men's relay and Germany taking the gold in that as well. So what can the German mixed relay do? Can they finish it off? It's a golden week for Berlin, the host city here in Germany. Now, I think Coleman's blade must have hit one of these signs on the outside, because they weren't even close, and the green light going off, but no score, just the clock stopped. 16 seconds remain. Navaska putting the pressure on Coleman now, but Coleman defends that attack from Navaska. What a time to win the hit. Navaska very frustrated with herself. She just kept coming, and it was a little bit too obvious, and Coleman managed to take the advantage of that. Here Navaska coming again, and a lovely cart parry by Janine Coleman, and hitting Navaska back in the middle of the body. So Jackiewicz has brought it back from 1 down before. Can he perform under the pressure of the home crowd willing the German team on? Christian Zillikins on the right for Germany. Simon Jackiewicz for Poland on the left. Germany with that one-hit advantage already. This, the final fight. This will decide the winner of the bonus round. And Jackiewicz, brave in that flesh indeed. Well, it's going to come down to this tiebreaker fight now to decide who wins the bonus round, and to see if Poland could possibly add another point to their score. They've already added 4 after so many victories, and they do! The same tactics used again by Jackiewicz. A very positive attack over Zillikin. Spoiled the day for Germany. But Poland don't care about that. They've added another point to their fencing score, and they win this bonus round in the mixed relay. Here comes the attack from Jackiewicz. A lot of power behind that as he gets down low. He uses the explosive strength in his quads. Navaska probably thought that she'd blown it after losing her first hit, but teammate Jackiewicz with 2 victories in a row did it again for Poland. Well, Poland 5 victories in a row. Great Britain had 6 earlier on. And the winning team of Poland being awarded with a picture of the parliamentary buildings in Berlin city centre. An impressive city this is, with so much history. Sadly, we've had, well, brilliant for all the spectators. We've had a jam-packed schedule this week. This is day 7. And those of us haven't quite had a chance to get out and enjoy the sights of Berlin, but hopefully a few of the spectators have found the odd gap in competition. So we now have the Russian coach up on stage, and you might be wondering why, and that is because he is drawing the first horse for the riding event, and that is because Russia are leading after their strong swim this morning and a strong fence. They won the swim on time. They were deducted some points for a penalty, but whether that has been revoked, we'll have to have that confirmed later on. But they came second in the fence, so puts Russia in the lead after the bonus round, the round robin, and the swimming. Well, that concludes all of the fencing here at the mixed relay and all of the fencing for this week of exciting competition at the Senior World Championships of Modern Pentathlon. We will be back with the riding, and that has proved to be exciting every day, so don't forget to join us. The first riders in the arena will be 2:30 local Berlin time, so that is an hour and 20 minutes. We'll be back with you. Thank you very much. Goodbye.